What do I have, body? Feeling welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Young Hog. And today I'm in the kitchen making some tamales, and we'll get straight to it. Okay. I'm also making some other things too, but I don't know if it's gonna be in this video. I'm making some rice and beans and stuff like that, but we'll see. But let's get started. Okay. I got some ground turkey. I gotta cook up. All right. Let's get all the meat in here. Oh yeah, some tostados getting made as well. It's my mom's birthday, and she didn't want to go nowhere this year. She said she wanted some tamales, so I'll make it happen. And I hate making tamales because of the process, but it's gonna get done. I'm just gonna have her help me wrap some of these tamales though. But I got everything else. I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit before I throw the seasoning in here. About almost halfway through. Well, I know it'll take a lot of seasoning, but I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we'll get this a little stir and get the bottom mixed up because that got a little brown on it. We're gonna keep doing this until we get to what we want. This the third stir, and we're almost ready to start seasoning it. Alright, we're gonna start seasoning this meat up. Got a lot of different seasons to go in here. Just about the same I always use, really. Onion powder, garlic powder. Creole. Ground turmeric. Smoked paprika. Just a little bit. Some ground cumin. Taco season. Got the Taco Bell taco seasoning. And we get it a mix. I got some onion dip to put in here too. I just want to stir this up first. So I'm trying to roll at least 4 dozen tamales. It still has some meat for some tostados. And make sure all the meat fine too. You don't want no thick chunks. Yeah, we need more seasoning. Get some of this onion mix on there. Then I always pack a big bite. A little more taco seasoning. A little more Creole. We get there with the season. Once you start sneezing, we close. Just put a little salt in there just to boost the flavors. All right, let these flavors marinate together a little longer. I'm gonna come back and taste it again. Alright, let's take this meat and see if we need to add any more seasoning. Yeah, still need a little more something. A Camino. Taco seasoning. With Creole. Put a little bit of this garlic on there. Let this go a long way. I like this garlic paste. I just started using it though, really though, but I like that garlic paste. I bought the tomato paste too in the tube. Okay, I taste that garlic, but I gotta figure out what else I need. A little more salt. Creole. All right, I kind of need it over seasoned because I'm gonna put a little water in here. Okay, that's a good start right there. And at this point, you gotta watch that liquid too in the bottom. You don't want all of it to evaporate. Okay, we in there. Turn it down a little bit. I like where we at. I got some peppers, onions, and bell peppers in here. And I got some hot water to soften them up. So we're gonna pour the water in here. And let it do its job. Soften. They're gonna soften up wahili peppers, if I pronounced it right. And I'm gonna use this water in the blender too when I blend it up. But I got my corn husks, and I have some hot water in a container in the sink. I'm gonna put these in there because these gotta soften up as well. All right, that's the first soak. I'm gonna let those soak for maybe 20 minutes. So I'm gonna rinse them off to get all the dirt and whatever be on there, and then I'm gonna soak them again. But I'm gonna let this soak for about 30 minutes or so, really just so it can soften up, and then I'm gonna blend it up But I do want the water to change color a little bit. Oh yeah, we got a little color, but they can soften up, so we good. Oh, I ain't say I got bay leaves in here too. So let's get all the vegetables in here first. Kind of a lot. All right. All right, that's good. I'm gonna keep this just in case though. Now we're gonna get the masa in the bowl. I'm hoping I get 4 cups out this masa. I should have bought the bigger one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get 4 cups. We got 4. Cool. All right, we gotta strain this liquid into here so we won't get all these pieces. So we just go do that and let it take its course. I'm gonna rinse through it with a cup of chicken broth right now. All right, I'll give it a little mix. Alright, you got 2 cups of chicken broth. You go rinse through here to get a lot more of that flavor from what we blended up. Just to dilute it a little bit. Alright, rinse this off. You don't want it too thick or too thin, but you want it good enough so it can spread across that corn husk. It's a little thickness to it though, but just not too thin. I mean, not too thick. You want it still smooth. See, this is a little too thin. I want it a little thicker than this. Smelling good right now, but I want to add a little seasoning here. Smelling real good. Get some onion powder. Creole. I gotta get some my garlic powder out. I ran out at the other 2 bottle. Y'all know I always keep it 100 with y'all, so I gotta add a little more masa because I forgot to add my my vegetable oil. So right now I'm at 5 cups of masa. I might be putting another cup. So I have a cup of vegetable oil. I'm gonna put half of it right now. It's actually a nice consistency right here. And we're gonna see where it be once we get this vegetable oil mixed in. Okay. Alright, y'all, it's time to get the rolls in these tamales. And you want to get the smooth side of the corn husk. still damp, so try the ones that's real damp off. So we'll get some masa. You'll spread it out. It's really wasting it then, so. And this one kind of ripped, so. I ain't going all the way to the top. Get a smoother spread. Oh man. Just spread it and wrap. I like to just pinch my top to close it up a little bit. All right, we getting down to the end of these tamales. I ain't counting them yet, but it looks like we're gonna have about 3 dozen. Now I said I was making tostados too, but we use up all the meat, so I'm gonna have to unthaw some more meat for the tostados.
It's gonna be a little one. A little one. That could be a little one. Oh shit, I told it.
It wasn't as bad this time. Seemed like we did it pretty quick. So I love we done. Have to get another container. Yeah, we got around 3 dozen. I don't think we made 4 dozen.
No.
All right, y'all. Trying to get these tamales on the stove. I ain't got the stove on yet, but I do got my my steamer in there and my water. And I haven't put my penny in there, but I'm putting my penny in there just for the sound, just to make sure all the water don't drain out. Because when the water drain out, you will hear that, or you won't hear the penny no more. So I got my penny in there and my water, and then I'm gonna lay some corn husks in there. Then I got my bowl, let my bowl in the center of the pot. Now, I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like before I layer the tamales in there. All right, now we're gonna start layering the tamales around the pot. See, that bowl helped with the weight, I believe. All right, we almost at 2 dozen. We at 18. I don't even think we got 3 dozen. You're gonna make it work still, though. Oh, yeah, we might be at 3 dozen exactly. It's some more on the counter over here. Actually, it came out perfect because we ain't even got no more room up in here to pick them from. And we made just enough. All right, from this point, we go just cover these up with some husks. I'll turn the stove on now. Turn it on 5 and cook it for 45 minutes to an hour. Oh shit. Alright, got the lid on. I might have to set some on top of here. Actually, let's see. I can tuck it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna just cover it up like that. Help with that steam. And we're gonna let it cook for an hour. Alright, y'all, we're gonna get these tostados going. Alright, let's get this cooked down. Put a little more. Alright, that should be enough. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, y'all, we get to season this meat now. Creole. Onion powder. Garlic powder. Camino. Cumin. Smoked paprika. Ground turmeric. And a little taco season. Alright, we can add them refried beans in now. I didn't put the whole can at once because I want to make sure my meat to beans ratio is good. Add a little more. Do a little bit by a little bit so it won't be too much beans. I'm gonna let this cook for a little longer, then I'm gonna put my cheese in here. Alright, get the cheese in here now. I got some sharp and a little Swiss. It ain't gotta be perfect because it's just going in and melt anyway. So crumbles not gonna hurt it. Just a little corner of Swiss. Give it a little taste to make sure we in the dough. A little more taco seasoning, Camino. A little Creole. And a little onion powder, garlic powder. Alright, we'll give it one last taste to see. But I think we in the dough. Yeah, we in the dough. Turn this off. Alright, I'm gonna check these tamales. It's my first time opening up since I put them on. Let's give them a check. It's still not done. So it really dependent on your oven. See now, them husks to soften up on top. It holds down by itself. I don't have to put that pot on top of it, so we good now. But it really depends on how your stove cook. This stove is a couple years old. I'm still getting used to it compared to my last one I had. That's why I always give an estimation of what the time should be or what it might be, because it's always dependent on how your stove cook, and if it's gas or electric, that all make a difference.
This what we do. This what we do